Oh, this was so much fun.
Hello, everyone. I am Taro Stash. Thank you very much for joining me for a silly casual with the amazing Viviane Heller. Her link is below. My links are below. And Viviane is currently at 598 subscribers.
Ooh,
It would be
nice.
lovely to get her to 605. So everybody, please do us the favor and like and subscribe to both of our channels. So,
Yeah.
but
Thank you so much.
that would be very nice, I think. That would be very
Yes.
nice. And Viviane, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you. I'm better now because I was looking forward to this, and
Oh, you are
I'm
sweet.
so grateful that you asked me to join you again.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, for some reason, it took me a while to go. I need to get
Mm-hmm.
Viviane on for casual. We get to introduce her to some new people and have a great conversation. And we did that on April 1st of 2025. A
Yes.
link to that show is in the description.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want that to view, go view it. It's okay. You can watch it on double speed. It's cool. But and then so this time I was like going, I just want to have you. I'm looking for an excuse to have Viviane join me again and share some giggles. So a silly casual is just
Nice.
a perfect way to do it.
Yeah,
So
great. Thank you. And
you're very
when
welcome.
you're playing the intro, I heard the child's giggle and made me think of how much I love. Every time I walk, if you're running errands, and I mean, I don't have kids, but when I'm running errands and I see kids, especially babies, uh, obviously we all love, baby, giggles and laughs, but looking their eyes is one of my favorite things. Looking to their eyes because they're always so bright and shine is like really a nice treat to look into the baby's eyes.
It's so pure, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just it's like, oh my gosh. And babies actually know how to breathe properly. Babies know how to breathe using their belly instead of their shoulders.
Yes, yes, it's that too.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's
Mm-hmm.
amazing. And um so we're going to chat. If we're not doing readings today, but if you want to ask us a silly question or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
feel free. And let's say hi to some of the best chatters. And
Yes.
so, here you go. Everybody, please subscribe to Viviane's channel because that way you can definitely show support that way. Oh, mods, please watch this one. Viviane is here. Eternal. Madame Maru is joining us. And yes, we are simulcasting this.
Mm-hmm.
I am Lulu. Hello. Jenny Berlin, Annie Bear, Lottie B. Good to see you. Amanda Carroll, Rachel H. Oh, wonderful people. Susan Grigsby. I got my best chatter shirt this past weekend. It is so wonderful. Ooh, I
Nice.
love
You have
that.
awesome merch.
Yes. Well, I do have merch. I do have merch. So, okay. So I will say, um, oh, Jules Niner has joined us, and I think we're perfect together too. So
Oh, thank
Kendra is
you.
here. Good to see you. And Susan said I got the green one, and it fits great. So that's cool. And yeah, babies are great. And it is one of those things I like. Sometimes when I need to decompress and all that good stuff, um, I will watch some videos of babies talking to each other's or babies with dogs
Oh
because they
yeah.
just love it.
Yeah.
So, and I feel that way about my granddaughters. Aw,
Yeah.
Mary is here. Brina has joined us. Andrea
Mm-hmm.
Galvin is here. So Play Love, Remember has joined us. And I'm probably missing some people. So my oops. And yes,
Richie, yeah.
Richie Longman Tarot,
Oh.
who celebrated his birthday on Monday. So he's another year finer. And my world is better because of that.
Yeah,
So
I like that.
and so okay, so yeah, know your limits when it comes to the merchandise. It is in the link. And what's funny, I wore this t-shirt. I had this t-shirt made. This was the actual first Tarot Stash merchandise, boring patient, because I had a doctor's appointment today, and I like wearing this because I always want to be a boring patient.
Oh my God. And I saw the boring. I was like, whoa, how come you're not boring? But
Yes,
then I saw the patient.
but it's boring patient, and those are available. And you would be surprised. Medical workers love that because
Oh, that's cool.
let's face it.
Yeah.
I never want to hear a doctor say, "Oh, that's interesting," or "I've never seen that before," or "I don't know what this is," or anything like that. I want to be totally boring.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes, yes.
oh, and Richie
No.
said he's another year darker.
Ooh.
Wow, that's really dark. So Joe Megan B is here. It's
Paul
great.
Freed is here. Hi, Paul.
Paul's here. Yes, good to see you. I still get lost when Viviane is talking. Don't ask why. Paul, do we need to put you in a timeout? Anyhow, so it's great to see so many people here. Seriously, make sure you're
Yeah.
going over and subscribing to Viviane's channel.
And same, I posted your channel here
Well,
on my
thank you. Thank you. Free Spirit
chat.
has joined us. And so um, one of the things that I need to remember is I need to actually make put that giggle in some more. I need to update some of my video intros, just because, boy, some of what you can do is just hilarious, and I love the giggles.
Yes.
It just makes you want to laugh, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, and yeah, and like I said, the giggle that definitely made it special and put a
Yeah.
smile on my face.
Hi,
That was
Christine.
lovely.
Yeah. So
Right.
but it's great to see everybody. I am actually going to take a sip because
Yes, good idea.
Saskia is here.
Yeah, hi there. Hmm, I'm actually drinking coconut water. I know a lot of people are not into it, but I like it.
What is it? I mean, is it just the flavor that you like, or is there a health benefit? Oh, and
Oh, I
yeah,
love it, but it's super hydrating and
good.
lots of potassium. It's very, very
Oh, good.
hydrating.
And by the way, before I forget, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional
Mhm.
assistance. Really. And
Hi,
KK has joined
KK
us.
and Christine.
Yes. And by the way, everybody, please like and subscribe because it's free. Oh, and Jenny Berlin says, I make smoothies with coconut water.
Oh,
And
nice.
coconut water is healthy and chewy, LOL.
When Jenny mentioned smoothies, that's something that I, when I was growing up, used to make. I used to make avocado smoothies, and that's not popular here. Anyway, they're so good.
Well, but you can do it.
Yes, yes. So,
So,
but I see avocado being consumed here more like a salty,
mhm,
more savory way. But I used to make wonderful avocado smoothies.
yeah.
Um,
Okay. And
and
Jules, I have to put this up. Jules Niner called me by one of my, it could be like my D&D name, Gerlod, which is just a type, but that's actually a funny thing.
that'd be for too.
Gerlod. I love that. So, but so you just finished doing some readings with John Binney and you simulcast it, and you do
Yeah.
that typically every Monday. You're taking this coming Monday off, and
Yes.
then Thursdays.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that's been such a wonderful experience, and I still can't believe I'm doing it. But
why?
um,
Why can't you believe you're doing it?
I never, because I never expected it would happen, but it just anyway, it was I'm just so grateful for that experience, and I still remember when I had my first one-on-one session with
Hmm.
John, that it was wonderful, but I was like so shy and quiet, and it was recorded, on Zoom recorded, and I just had like a resting bee face the whole time. He was like, and towards the end, he played a song. It was part of the session. I'm still like, just because I was just like so shy, it's like I didn't know what to do.
Well,
But it was
yes,
a wonderful experience, and really helped me in so
sure.
many ways. I'm very grateful for that experience.
That's great. And obviously, he sees something in you to where he's wanting to share space with you.
Oh yeah, thank you for saying that. Yeah, and it's been wonderful. I
Mhm.
love working with him, and oh, so
Oh,
yeah,
there
love
you go.
working with him. Love his energy, and
Yeah.
it's been a wonderful learning experience, and we help each other a lot energetically.
And
So,
apparently, according to Sylvia, you are a swan, an elegant
oh,
swan,
thank you so
no less.
much.
So, and
Thank
by the
you.
way, there is a lot of love for avocado in the chat.
Yes, that's another
So,
healthy option there. Yeah, lovely.
Jules Niner, I smiled because it reminded me of my special D&D name, Gerlod. It's like Sir Gerlod. So,
And one day, talking about working with John, one day it's not a good time to be flying lately, right? And anyway, but one day I have to make a point of going to, making a trip to the UK and stopping at Scotland
mm,
to visit.
I
It's like,
love that.
yeah.
Um, there you go. May I ask
Uh-huh.
your national heritage,
Oh
Maria
yes,
Martina?
I'm originally from Brazil, and so I speak Brazilian Portuguese. It's a little different than the European, but I do
Hmm.
understand. We have to be careful because a lot of words have completely different
Oh, yes.
meaning, and some of the words in the European Portuguese actually mean something bad in like naughty
Oops.
in Portuguese, and something that it can be kind of funny sometimes. But anyway,
Hmm. Yeah.
um, but yeah, and I learned English here in U.S. Um, in my country in while going to high school, we learn English, but it's just really the basic. So,
Yes.
but I always wanted to learn English, and that I didn't really have a hard time with that, but I had a hard time adjusting to the pace of life here because you guys are freaking crazy.
Mhm.
Crazy. That was the hardest.
Yes.
Besides the weather, I mean, winter was really,
Yeah.
everything was like, has to be done like, oh, yesterday or the day before. It was like, whoa, take it easy, people.
Yes. Yeah.
Everybody's always in a hurry, and then like, wow, come on, come down. So,
That's really interesting. I am actually hoping that more, I would love it if we could slow down a little bit
yeah, yeah.
and be present.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So,
That was really difficult to adjust. Uh,
mhm.
but yeah, it is crazy. And I lived in a big city, and so we had that, busyness and working, but still it wasn't crazy like here at
Yes.
this this crazy energy, this crazy pace. Hi, J Cat Lady and Scorpio Mama,
Hey,
nice to see
Scorpio
you.
Mama.
You know, one thing I've been curious about you, Gerald. I don't know if you shared this before, but I know you're very creative, and I love that about you. Um, but outside the, oh, thank you, outside the holistic, mystical world, who would be an inspiration to you, or what would be besides
Oh,
nature? Because I have a few people that, some are artists, others are um, in sports, and I'm just curious, just like, who do you think of when you are like, okay, I feel inspired by this person. It may not be related to what we do necessarily.
well, that's a thoughtful question. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I am inspired by people who are willing to flip things upside down and look at the world differently and
Mm-hmm.
look at what they're doing in a new manner.
Mm-hmm.
So I am inspired by people who are able to get a lot of stuff done,
Mm.
and they really are present. I have a difficult time slowing down enough personally and being right here in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I am expert level procrastinator.
Mm-hmm. I
It's it,
procrastinate too when
I
I.
you know it just is. It just is. Um, so if you're asking for specific people, I don't really, none come to mind per se.
Mm-hmm.
I like it when people who are able to go, I wonder what would happen if, or
Yes.
and that's very exciting. The people who are they they are looking at ways to say yes and to build off of what has been done.
Mm-hmm.
I do struggle with people who are, I will be nice about this, but they are just grumpy.
Oh yeah, it is so tough to be around grumpy people, and they don't realize how they are hurting themselves too by being grumpy.
Mhm.
Being grumpy every
Yes.
day,
Yeah.
um, and Mango the Unicorn saying, "I am a procrastinating ninja."
There you go. There you go. And
Well, I love. I am inspired by when I watch somebody doing what they love. It doesn't matter what it is. That is
mhm.
something that is so beautiful and inspiring. But there is a person. Unfortunately, he passed away when he was, I believe, 34.
Mm.
Is a Formula One race car, a driver from my country. And when
Uh-huh.
I was a kid, my first job in Brazil was very close to the racetrack, and his name was Ayrton Senna. So short, just call him Senna. So he was absolutely amazing. And
Mhm.
when I was a kid, teenager, not really kid, I used to watch the races when every time he was
Sure.
running, and I did that by myself. Nobody else in my family had that interest, so I used to watch by myself on Sundays. And I remember that I remember a specific race I was watching, and I for some reason the car had a problem, an
Oh
issue,
no.
and then it didn't stalled like right on the so it was basically he was stuck there, and all the cars were moving at extremely fast. And I thought to myself, okay, that's it, that it's over now. I still remember thinking that and watching and thinking, okay, this is it's over now, why bother, should I even continue to watch this, because my favorite just it's out. But to my surprise, not only, I'm glad I continue to watch, but to my surprise, not only the car issue was fixed, but he got back into the race and won that race
Oh, I love that.
first, and that made such an impact on me, because was like, wow, and I was like, I was ready to give up. I was like, oh, forget about it. Why am I going to bother watching? Continue to watch this.
Mm-hmm.
And Tina Turner, who was another, Tina Turner is
Yes.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Tina Turner was a fan, and she wrote the best, simply the best that she,
Yes.
with thinking of him. And when she played, when she toured in Brazil, he was on stage with her for few moments when she was singing that song. So I think about that a lot, and other races too that I watch with the same, Senna, and how he was very kind, very humble,
Mm-hmm.
down to earth person, and had a just wonderful relationship with the crew and his family. It was very
Yes.
relatable, very didn't have a big ego, didn't have a big head. I just thought it
Right.
was beautiful.
I
Uh,
do. I do appreciate it when people who are successful
mm-hmm.
realize they are successful because of the people they with whom they've surrounded themselves.
Yes, yes, yes,
And these are the first people who they are actually saying, I'm here because of these people.
yes.
So
And one other thing too is like he was so talented in this, incredibly talented, and to see how the level of concentration and, and,
mhm,
and control and the toll it takes on a person like driving, and how he was always thinking about, well, he had a very spiritual side too that kept him grounded. So I just thought that the level of concentration and dedication,
yes,
and being so successful and talented and still keeping
yeah,
your humbleness, and I just thought it was beautiful. So that is one person. um
yeah. Where the
Yes,
sum
there's
of
some
our
other.
experience. Yeah.
Yes, and Paul Freed is saying he met Olivia Newton-John, which is a lovely lady too. I felt sad
Hmm.
when she passed away.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she
And
was lovely.
my brother was in racing, and he knew him. So
Oh,
that's
really? Oh, yeah. Oh, wonderful.
I like
Yeah.
that.
So after he passed away, I lost interest in watching because he was my favorite. But I think about that. I think about those moments a lot. That kind of a dedication and overcoming obstacles, and there was more than one situations like
Sure.
you're so behind and you're ready to give up, but you still like you keep your
Yeah.
concentration and your dedication and your strength, and you win the race. So that was awesome.
Hmm. Yeah. I am. I am. I admire people who have the tenacity to keep showing up.
Yes.
What
Yeah.
the people that you talked about. Tina Turner kept showing up, and
Yes.
not having necessarily expectations, but they
Mm-hmm.
they showed up at the page, and it's that idea of creativity shows up in unexpected ways, but you actually, if you tell the universe, I know what to do with creativity and I'm dedicated to this, it
Mm-hmm.
does show. I mean, you can get more and more with it.
Yes.
So
And when you talk about creativity too, it's like I remember. Well, we know how creative you are, but we have to tell people too. We are all creative souls, and I used to think of. I used to love. I always love drawing and painting,
uh-huh.
and then some people. I will hear people saying, "Oh, I can't do this or I can't do that," but you don't need to be, we don't all have to be, Van Gogh, or just do something, just have fun with it,
Mhm.
and have fun with the colors and the textures, and
Yes,
enjoy the experience. And it's all about expressing yourself, and having fun with it. We don't have to be all it,
exactly.
it's not, it like feels wonderful to you, and it looks beautiful. That's
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And more people are coming in, so thank you everyone for being here. Kaylee's here, and um so and
yes.
Hypnicity has got a headache, so send in healing for that. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I a lot of times I think it is important for us to a great way to adjust the mood. I don't know if Linda De Gonzalez is lurking. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
she's got a show in 2.5 hours. But
Yes.
it's like the idea of how do you. I love the idea of being silly and not taking myself so seriously, because
Yes.
boy, I can overthink overthinking.
Yeah.
So
I just thought about something you talked about being silly, because that's something that I am shy and all that, but from a young age, I've always been silly. And I remember one time my mom, I was, very young kid, and my mom had a tape recorder, and she wanted to record a conversation, and I couldn't say anything because I couldn't stop giggling, and that was the fun for me. That was just, I couldn't
mhm.
stop giggling. And then when I got older, like I said, I always loved drawing, so there was a blackboard, and I had what do you call that in English? The
Chalk.
a chalk, yes. So and then I'm 5 years older than my sister, right? So I told my sister, it was a nice sunny day, we're outside, and I said, okay, I wanna draw your portrait. I want to create a portrait of you,
Uh-huh.
and I was serious about it. So she sat down, and she was my model, and I was like creating her portrait. She was wearing. She's still mad about it. She was wearing braids, side braids,
Uh,
and um, so I kept on, paying, being all, folk, focus on her images. Like, okay, I'm almost done. So I drew her, and then I show her the image, but I drew her. I mean, in a funny way. So, missing teeth, zits all over her face, and sorry, I can't. Zits all over
oh,
her face, missing teeth, and anyway, cross-eyed. And
wow.
flies coming out of her head because she was
Oh my
stinky.
gosh. That is
Anyway,
hilarious.
because she was stinky. Anyway, but it was my it was my way of being playful. Okay, but she got so mad and she ran away. She still remembers this. And
Wow. Yes. Oh my gosh.
but I was serious the whole time. So just in the end.
I love
So
that.
now when I tell this story, I can't stop laughing. But this is my way of being silly anyway. But she didn't figure it.
Well, and that's a delicate balance though, of how can you be of how to be silly and not upset
Uh-huh.
people. It
Yeah,
can
she
be
was there.
very,
She was.
very hard.
And we're both Virgos, but anyway.
I love it. Saint D has arrived. Hello, Saint D. But uh,
Mm,
and I try to get silly, and I could be overly um what's the word I want to use? Complicated is one way to say it, but overly emotional in the sense of I dropped an egg on the floor or something like that, and then it's
mm-hmm.
like it just is like whoa, and it's just like it's it's an egg.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. There are other things to worry about. Oh,
Uh,
and Maru says, I wonder if you have any Scorpio in your chart.
no, I don't. I just saw that it's Virgo, and then my ascendant is Aries, and then I
Mhm.
have Moon in Gemini. Uh,
Okay.
and my sister is the same, except that she has her ascendant is Pisces. But anyway, we ended up like laughing, but she was not.
Does she still have the picture? That would
No,
be funny if
because
she still had it.
no, no, I don't. But I had, but I do have, talking about picture. when I in my last job in Brazil, it was a nice, pretty nice office that I worked in, and worked with a very nice team of people. And for my birthday, one of my coworkers drew a. Unfortunately, I have it in the basement, or else I'll go and reach for it. Uh, he drew me a birthday card, and he was very good at it. And I'm short, so he drew everybody in the office, and obviously I'm the smallest, and long hair like this. I didn't wear glasses back then, even though I needed, but I wasn't wearing glasses. And so I had my he drew me of this shorter girl like this, hands on waist, and everybody else taller. Actually, another coworker that was short, she was next to me, so we're the smallest. And then he drew a mirror on his shoe, reflecting, I guess, somebody next to that was wearing a skirt. So he was like, anyway, it was his way of being funny, but it was really funny. It was like a
Oh
really
my gosh. Yeah.
funny uh, original birthday card, which I kept, and I still have it. And this
I
was like
like that.
really, yeah, and it was, and then he wrote something like, "Oh, for somebody that is small, something like small in size but big in the contents of the, or the quality of the content, something like that." I
Mhm.
translating, but it was really sweet, so
I
I
love
kept
that.
it. Yeah.
Sharon Strawberry Rhubarb has joined us. It's
Oh,
great to see you.
hello.
Thank you. And the chat is going very well. Um, Being silly is one of those things. We chatted about this briefly backstage. Uh, um, t- t- if you're willing, share with us a little bit about how you are silly or why you get silly. Does that make sense? Do you remember what we were talking about?
Yes, because not only just it's fun, and but it's a wonderful way to raise your vibration, raise your energy, and
Hmm.
because we talk a lot about laughter, and which is absolutely wonderful. And when I'm lately, I've been very busy, a lot
Hmm.
going on, and
Yes.
I during the day I keep the TV on BBC comedy, and I just want the fun stuff coming through, and
Hmm. Yeah.
thank you,
Sharon says, nice to
Sharon.
put a face to
Yeah.
your name.
So yeah, I look for that a lot, and I also dance a lot, and that's another way of getting
Oh,
silly. I mean, I love to dance, but because it's fun and it's great exercise, but also to be silly. So why not say, if you're in the kitchen doing stuff, why not dance your way to the sink while you're doing dishes,
yes.
or
I
silly
like
things like
that.
that add a little bit of silliness to your daily routine, just for fun, and lighten the mood, and
Yeah, I think it's also a great way to stay grounded, and to ground yourself. I'm
yes,
doing a show tomorrow with Mel Dewar, Colleen the Cool Crone, and Sherry Voices from the Swamp, where
nice.
it's the other side of the coin, and we're talking about grounding and what that is. And so I think laughter and being silly is a great way to ground and to get back into your body.
Yes, that's I'm glad you mentioned that, because that is what I do too. After giving readings, like I was on, usually when I'm with John, we do that for 2 hours.
Hmm.
That's something that I need to have that space to get silly, and then just
Yep.
just do silly things, and get silly, and feel silly
Yes.
before I do something like that. It is that would take a lot of my attention and energy, and then
Hmm.
so.
Yes. It keeps your vibe high and grounds you in your body at the same time.
Uh-huh.
And Justine said, I had a good dance to Madonna Holiday.
Oh,
Love
nice.
that. My
Nice.
mom used to love to dress up in costumes for different events. She was a Big Bird, the Pope, selling bingo tickets, a woman in a
That's so
parade from the
fun.
1700s in an outhouse.
Yes, and when you're home doing mundane things like it can be cleaning, why not have some fun tunes,
Yes.
and wear something fun, and make it, make it a.
Oh yeah. I mean, and there's, I always love a good British comedy.
Uh-huh.
I think British comedy for me it is just really it
Yeah.
triggers something. It triggers a very positive response. Love me some Monty Python because back in the day when I
Uh-huh.
was first watching it, no, I didn't understand it because I didn't have the knowledge
Yeah.
or the education to be able to get what they were talking about.
I didn't understand it either, and initially the accent, I had a hard time
Oh
understanding, but
yeah.
I love it. Yeah. Do you know? Did you ever watch from BBC? It's called Coupling. I don't know when this
Yes, I
was.
love
I
it.
love that show. I
Yes,
love
I've
Coupling.
been trying to find some of the shows that are available.
Yes, it's been
So
on lately. Later in the evening. Hi,
nice.
Kiba, and Akidim Proud. I saw. Yeah, Coupling is one of my favorites, and but I absolutely love Carl Pilkington. Do you know? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his last name.
I don't know
Um,
Carl.
well, I know Carl through Ricky Gervais, and Ricky
Okay.
Gervais um, introduced Carl to the world, and well, they do like there's like a radio show. I forgot the name of that. I Anyway, but they started with uh, the Ricky Gervais show, which was
Uh-huh.
animated and was hilarious. You can catch that on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And they start talking, like in their, like a podcast. And then
Yes,
it becomes an animated show, and then you watch
I love
everything
that.
that they're discussing in animated form, and it's hilarious. And then later on, Ricky Gervais created the Idiot Abroad, or Idiot Abroad, and
Ooh, I
that's
don't know that one, but okay. Sounds like
um,
my trips.
oh, let me just grab a book that I have here real quick.
Okay. And Chris Elemental Cartomancy has come in, and Beth Aspasia Rising. Lottie B mentioned Carl Pilkington does a great show called An Idiot Abroad. Well
Yes,
worth
yes.
watching. And Snuffbox. And it's funny you should say this because I was watching the IT Crowd before my
Uh-huh.
appointment today. So that's good.
Oh yeah, coupling is a lot of fun, but I mean, Carl is so hilarious. Actually, I'm going to show I'm looking for a link here. Oh, here it is. Anyway, I have this book that Carl wrote, and it's called "Happy Slapped by a Jellyfish: The Worlds of Carl Pilkington." And this is hilarious. Anyway, and I have the Idiot Abroad book too, and I watched the series. But this is hilarious. Basically, it's his diary, and it's silly. It's got some drawing, and it's like really, really, really dry humor. He's a genius. And I remember reading this one night, and I laughed so hard that I choked. And I was reading about his like near death experience, and it was so funny because he choked. It was something that he was telling the story about choking, eating
Yeah.
popsicles. And I was like, and I almost, and then I had my near death experience too by, laughing so hard and choking. But yeah, he
Yes.
is hilarious.
Yes. Are you being served? And the Are you being served again is how the sequel showed up here in the States. It's
Yeah.
called something else, I think. And um, I just watched Jam in Jerusalem. I found it on. It's a British comedy from 2006,
Uh-huh.
I believe, and it's here in the States. It came out as Clatterford,
Oh, okay.
but it's Jam in Jerusalem. That's how I found it on uh, YouTube, and
Oh, nice.
it's just about the quirks of a small town, and
Mm-hmm.
everyone has a personality, And there you go. Yep, Jam in Jerusalem. Yep.
Oh yeah, I have to check it out. And of course, we all love Absolutely Fabulous. Like, can't forget that. No, that's a classic.
Yes. Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
that is so true. Well, and I think it's one of those things that I appreciate my husband Jeffrey, because
Mm-hmm.
he is able to he's able to put me in check when I'm taking myself too seriously, or I've
Mm-hmm.
spent too long on something. It's just with a with a look or a one liner or something like that. It's suddenly I'm like going, oh yeah, I'm doing that thing, aren't I? And then it's a giggle. It's a
Mm-hmm.
giggle. So
And in some situations, you have to look at the bright side too of life. Like you were talking about Monty Python, made me think of that. Like, can somebody say the name of a show here? What is that? I'm trying to find it
which one?
again.
The Father Brown?
No, it was before that. Yes, sweetie, absolutely
Lost from the
fabulous.
IT crowd.
Something served, and they made me think. Like,
Are
if you
you
get,
being served?
yeah,
Yes.
and what about if you get served, right? Nobody really wants to get served, but if you do, and the cop is hot and he has tiny hands, so there's like you have to look at the you have to look at the bright side, right?
You do.
If a hot cop is serving you,
Speaking of tiny hands, everybody please take your tiny hands and like this video. Make sure you go over and support Viviane's channel. Again, we're trying to get her to 600, and did I say 10 or did I say 605 subscribers? But
thank you. Yeah.
yes. And yeah, and so for me, oh, Starfish Jenny is here. Hello,
Oh,
Starfish
hey,
Jenny.
Jenny. Yeah,
It's good to see you.
always lovely to see you, Jenny.
I
Jenny's a big
do,
supporter.
yes, I do think it's really important to surround yourself with people who get your sense of humor and are able to deliver things to they're able to hold space for you when you are stressed.
Mm-hmm.
Then they offer you a hand when you're in the darkness, a hand and a laugh to help pull yourself out of that. It's one of those things that I wish everyone had someone like that. Oh, there you go. Arrested Development.
That's funny too. Yeah.
Very, very funny.
Did you
Very, very.
ever did you ever watch a movie called Burn After Reading?
I don't think so.
It's pretty funny. I mean, it's a bit of a darker humor, but it's great. It has George Clooney and
Hmm.
John Malkovich and
I've written it down.
Brad
Thank you.
Pitt. Yeah, and Brad Pitt.
Well, okay. Here's a funny thing about me. The Princess Bride.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know.
Okay, I saw
Uh-huh.
that movie once. Everybody, I did not realize that Princess Bride was supposed to be a comedy. The way my friends were talking about it, they were talking about it so seriously. And so I
Uh-huh.
was about 30 minutes into the movie and I'm like going, "Oh my gosh, this is a comedy." And at that point I wasn't able to make the switch to be
Oh,
able to
okay.
go, "Okay, this is a comedy. Lighten up, Gerald. Lighten
So
up."
did you think it was funny? Yeah, yeah.
So
Mhm.
Fargo, yes, is
Oh
very
yeah, I like
good.
that. I really like there is a Spanish director that is one of my favorites, Pedro Almodovar,
Okay.
and I really like his movies. One of my favorite movies is called Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown.
Yes.
Is a long
Yes.
title, and he wrote yeah, also director Volver that won an Oscar, and another movie I think it's called Bad Education.
Mhm.
As Paige is saying, yeah, she lost. Yeah, he's
Yeah, Woman on the
amazing.
Verge, that's a good one.
Yeah, I love movies. I love a lot of his movies because I love the how the stories how the different characters influence each other's lives like in a profound way without even realizing, and like all the different chain of events that are just it's just like really funny. I love Fargo
Mhm.
too. I love
Yeah.
what is his name again? Steve Steve Bush.
Carell.
No, the one that, oh my god, he did Boardwalk Empire and
Mm,
Steve Bush. Is that, I can't pronounce the last name because it can sound. Somebody may come up. Yeah, he is in. Steve is in Fargo. He was one of the bad guys, and he's got some good comedies too. I watched a
yeah.
movie that was called Delirious. Delirious, yes, and.
Mm,
Uh, oh, Vicky Cristina Barcelona is my favorite, and
I
that
don't know that
was
one. Yeah.
that was from the other director. He also,
Steve Buscemi.
yes, that's him. Yeah, he's got well, he's a great actor, but he's in great. Yeah, that was Woody Allen, um, and
Buscemi.
yeah, Woody Allen also has another funny one that is Midnight in Paris. But yeah, Vicky Cristina is my favorite one.
I always love a good film when a good comedy when there is some intelligence about it.
Uh huh.
That's why
Yes.
it's one of the great reasons Monty Python was so effective,
Uh
because
huh.
my gosh, what they're talking about is fact, and they're putting it together in the most ridiculous way. So
Yeah, and somebody wrote here, Pedro Almodovar discovered Antonio Banderas because he was in a movie, Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down. He looks pretty young in that movie. That must
mhm,
be when he was
yeah.
discovered. So yeah, there's so many wonderful comedies that I watch, and I watch them over and over, and they always make me laugh like it was um, the first time.
Well, yeah, and I think isn't there something about there's a level of comfort when you rewatch a film or a series that you've seen before. There's comfort about that. So rewatching
Yes,
something, it's because you need that, and it's quite great. Um,
yes,
and Up,
there she is.
Linda
Everything
Day
loud.
Gonzalez is in the house. Quick, somebody mentioned the word fart. Somebody type in the word fart. So,
So
and
great, yeah.
but yeah, and so I think it's so. I also like it when it's I okay, so I'm a big Twin Peaks fan. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
people have watched Twin Peaks, and if they watched Twin Peaks: The Return. I finally rewatched Twin Peaks: The Return, and boy, that was very, very weird. And it was just like, okay, I'm just going to watch David Lynch to see again where he goes crazy with this. Not
Uh-huh.
for everyone. And
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff, it was so silly. And just, it was like, oh my gosh. And it's like, huh, okay, okay. Jane Austen novel miniseries. He's not dead yet. Yes. There you go. Fart. So, who farted? I'll tell you who farted.
Linda.
Linda
She's
did.
gonna blame it on Wanda. That's the thing. She's
Oh,
gonna
she's going
say
to
it
blame
was
it on
me.
Wanda. I did send Linda something. Oh, Mr. Bean. So, and Marie was feeling better. So, well, and I think there are, there's crass comedy, crass humor, and sometimes that's very appropriate.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But I like the sophisticated humor.
Me too. And I love dry humor because it is, I think it's funnier because I don't know, it just really makes me laugh a lot harder than,
Hmm.
um, but but I don't know, lately the comedies, I mean, there are newer comedies, and I'm having a hard time finding good new comedies, so I keep rewatching my favorite ones.
The thing that I have to remember is I'm probably no longer in the age bracket that some of these comedies are geared toward,
Yes.
which is basically, Gerald, you're getting older.
Older and wiser, that's why.
Yeah. Older, and I don't know. Well, as Richie said, he's getting darker. So, but yeah. And you know you're old when you are no longer the target audience. Yeah. And
Yes.
Mangled Joy, or Mangled Unicorn, Joy. Childhood was cruel. I look for joy, and I bet you found it. And I think that's good, because when you find it and you keep recognizing it, you're going to find more of it. And so
Yes.
apparently, there's something called air biscuits. I've not heard that
Ah.
part.
Ah, okay. I haven't heard that. Oh, no. Maybe the cats are making our biscuits.
Yeah. So anyhow, Viviane, thank you for spending some time with me. I'm going to go look up coupling again because, again, quite funny.
Yes.
Burn after reading, and happy slapped by a jellyfish.
Yes, that's the book. It's hard to find, but you have to. Yeah, I'm gonna send you some clips of the Idiot Abroad that I found the funniest ones, and the Ricky Gervais show. I listen to them. They're it's bits of their radio show, but it is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Well,
A
in
lot of
the
people can't stand the Ricky Gervais laugh, but I know because he's like really loud and nonstop. Some people get
mhm.
turned off by it, but it is their interaction. It is hilarious, and um,
I've recently been watching QI,
huh.
which is available on some free streaming services. It's like, oh my
Hmm.
gosh, that it's you get to learn something new, but then everybody is being silly. It's just quite beautiful.
Oh, I have to check that out. And somebody mentioned Graham Norton. He's pretty
Graham
funny
Norton,
too. Yeah, he is.
yes. Somebody said that I was like Graham Norton for the tarot online community.
Mm-hmm.
I will consider that a huge compliment.
He is
Graham, I am
great.
not going after your job. But I could totally do that too. I just wait a minute. And Maru said, I just wanted to mention I paired the Illuminati tarot with What We've Forgotten together.
Interesting.
And Pamela Batchelor just said Simon from the Hermit's Cave put out the updated version of the Illuminati tarot video. There's
Mm-hmm.
an updated version. I am watching. I'm watching all of them, the QI, and of course, Chris is a big QI fan. So yeah, Graham Norton Eurovision commentary is the best thing ever. And Stephen Fry is
Yes.
extremely intelligent,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like it's
Yes.
yes, the people the Monty Python members, very intelligent, very highly educated. I love it.
Yes.
Rowan Atkinson, Ricky Gervais show Afterlife was fantastic. So, and a lot of Graham Norton when I need a break from doom scrolling. Yes, yeah.
Yes. So I keep BBC comedy on like quite often in the
Oh, there you
background.
go.
It's a lot of fun.
Graham Norton is a novelist too. He writes about small villages in Ireland. I haven't read any yet. Oh,
I
that's it.
didn't know about that.
Michael McIntyre. I love this. So, and you could. I always appreciate when, I like a show where there's great interaction and it moves the story along, but you can also tell the people like each other and they play well off of each other. That's just great. Ricky is a horrible person, but he's wrote some funny stuff. Yes.
He's a great animal rights advocate. That's wonderful quality too.
It's called Kingdom. Stephen plays his small town lawyer. Yeah. British series. Oh, and
gotta watch Life of Brian again. That's on my list.
Oh, Life of Brian is great. But the what was it? The Carry On films that was being talked about. Ben and Govinda were talking about the Carry On films. Simon, I think Chris, you may have been in that. Some of those Carry On films, it's an ensemble and it's just silly, and it is very dated. What they're doing wouldn't pass today's muster. So, but yeah. Yes, and timing is very important.
Yeah. I always liked Curb Your Enthusiasm, but I met people that loved and people that hated. I loved it. Yeah, I always look at the bright side of life. Absolutely.
I mean, come on, when you can make a full blown out musical number for Every Sperm is Sacred. I mean, top that. I don't think there's I think there's very few people who could do that.
So. Yes, Spacey wrote, she loves Larry David. I do too, and I love the movie Whatever Works. That's another funny movie, and it's was really fun watching. And History of the World. Yeah, can't forget about that one.
History of the World Part 1. Yeah. Mel Brooks is quite hilarious too.
Yes, he's amazing. That movie can never get can't watch that without laughing, even if you've seen it many times too.
It's so good, yes. Because everybody is making sure that they have subscribed to Viviane's channel, please do so. And my channel, and given this a thumbs up, could you tell us a little bit about what you have coming on?
Oh, yes. So every Monday and Thursday, except next Monday, because John is off, at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 8:30 a.m. Pacific, and 4:30 p.m. UK time. We are live for 2 hours. I simulcast with John Beanie, and we do Akashic Records readings, healings, clearings. It's mainly the quantum energy healing, which actually is one of my favorite things to do. I really enjoy doing that. I really love working with John, and he's a dear friend, but he's also my mentor in many ways, and I took and continue to take classes with him and enjoy his meditations too. And
that's great.
So yeah, every Monday and Thursday, 2 hours, we do that, and we select the requests in random order, and we absolutely love doing that. And Tuesday evenings, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and I have the Akashic Adventures with lovely Linda de Gonzalez and Diana Bowles.
Who just figured out how to do simulcasting.
Yes, I know. I'm so happy about that. She's such an amazing woman and rock star. I like to call her a rock star. And knows so much. I love listening to everything she has to share. So yeah, every Tuesday, and next Tuesday I'm hosting, and we alternate who's hosting, but we are always reading together. And
I was thrilled to be a guest on that show. So
Yes, thank you. We have to have you back, and it was definitely fun. And yeah, it's been a wonderful experience
Mhm.
to read the Akashic records. I absolutely love the energy of the Akashic records and the healing that is available through. So powerful.
Yeah, it goes back to something that we talked about last time. Is that when
Mm.
we are able to name something, the power in naming what's going on, we
Mm-hmm.
suddenly shift the energy dynamic, the power dynamic. And it's so
Mm-hmm.
important because that idea of confusion comes before understanding, confusion comes before clarity. You will
Yes.
always be confused before you have understanding. It's so powerful to remember that. We
Yes.
need to normalize that.
And I recommend, and a lot of people, I and psychic readings are wonderful too for guidance. But I really recommend getting a private Akashic
Mhm.
record reading. I remember when I had my first one, I won an Akashic record reading with Val Dragonflies Crystals Lovely,
Uh-huh.
my fairy godmother. that But I remember the questions that I asked were so ego minded, and I really didn't ask uh, great questions, and I didn't really realize, okay, well, this you're in the Akashic records. This is so expensive, and just it can change your life. Thank you, Jenny, in such a profound way. So when I had my second reading, I'm okay. Wait a minute, uh,
Yes.
there's so much that you can gain from an Akashic record. I mean, it really changed my life because I gained
That's powerful.
insights about my soul mission and my um, in this lifetime. You learn about your past lifetimes too. But I gained so much clarity, and even though it may be going through difficult times in life, when you learn that the lesson behind it, and these are the steps you're taking to break a cycle, and
Yeah.
that's why your soul is here. So it makes it easier to handle those difficult
Mhm.
times, and having that
Yes.
clarity behind you. So
I
yeah.
agree. And I thank you for saying that.
Mm-hmm.
It's, let's be honest, when we meet with someone who is very skilled, we don't always understand the depth, or we don't understand what question would be very helpful. And
Mm-hmm.
we're going to start with the question that is at the forefront of our mind. Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. Just
Mm-hmm.
keep showing up and growing and evolving. So
Yes.
yeah, we do need to normalize that. People, myself included, get very hung up about feeling confused, probably a leftover survival mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, and if you want to reach out to Viviane or myself, ways to do that are in the description. Both
Mm-hmm.
of us do private readings. We like doing readings online. We really appreciate doing individual readings, private readings, because it's the full course meal. It's beautiful.
Yes,
So
and there's a lot that your guides would not want to share in a public
yes,
matter. So yeah, I definitely
yes,
recommend
yes.
cognitive dissonance.
Joe Megan B said, wonderful chat today.
Oh, thank you.
Cognitive dissonance is uncomfortable. Yes, and I don't know about any of you. I don't like
Mm-hmm.
being uncomfortable. That makes a
Yeah,
grumpy Gerald.
yeah. And this is so lovely because I love how the everybody in the chats participates, and
Mhm.
like we're really having
You got
a
it.
lovely chat.
You got it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you tomorrow for the other side of the coin. That should still be moving forward. I'm going to try to do
Mhm.
another show where I'm sharing with you in my process of selecting fabrics for
Yeah.
landscapes. So I
Mm-hmm.
hope you can join us, and we will see everybody later. Take care.
Yes. Thank you
Bye.
all. Bye, everyone.